are the largest creatures ever walked Earth, Titanosaurs. But their sheer scale defies modern biological comprehension. We explore the evolution of this gigantic herbivore lineage. Titanosaurs were a diverse group within the sauropoda clade. They dominated many continents from the Jurassic onward. Their origins trace back to earlier, smaller long-necked ancestors. But the secret to their size involved remarkable skeletal modification. They developed avian-like respiratory systems for massive oxygen needs. But now that we understand skeletal support, let's explore feeding. Their necks became incredible, long feeding apparatuses. Teeth were simple, designed for bulk processing, not chewing. But ingested matter passed through enormous guts for fermentation. Their waste products shaped entire ancient ecosystems. But this sheer biomass required constant, unrelenting consumption. Social structures likely aided in finding reliable food sources. Even newborns were significantly large compared to other animals. Rapid growth was essential for predator deterrence. Defense relied primarily on sheer, uncompromising bulk. Their legs had to support incredible vertical loads continuously. But now that we understand their size, let's examine distribution. Titanosaurs were truly cosmopolitan, found on nearly every landmass. Fossils in South America reveal some of the absolute largest forms. But these giants pushed mass limits far beyond modern terrestrial animals. Their survival was intricately linked to global climate stability. Warm, consistent temperatures fueled their massive metabolic requirements. An abundant plant life was the non-negotiable foundation of their existence. Vision played a role, but their world was largely defined by vibration. Low-frequency sounds traveled miles through the substrate. Reproduction presented unique challenges for such massive parents. They overcame this by adopting egg-laying, abandoning live birth. But this strategy ensured the enormous offspring started small. The immediate need for massive resources began at hatching. A growth acceleration was among the fastest known in terrestrial life. But now that we understand their life cycle, let's examine diversity. Titanosaurs were not uniform, their forms were highly varied. Some retained relatively short necks, others elongated theirs to extremes. A defensive armor plating evolved in many lineages, uniquely. Akal coastal forms adapted to exploit marine resources occasionally. They even colonized high-altitude environments, adapting to cooler conditions. A their sheer scale meant they were ecosystem engineers par excellence. Stomach stones, or gastroliths, aided in grinding tough fibers. The tail served as a massive counterbalance for the neck. But this internal scaffolding required immense flexibility and strength. Their success was not guaranteed. Competition was fierce elsewhere. Smaller herbivores occupied faster niches the Titanosaurs ignored. Paradoxically, their size created massive, temporary water reservoirs. These depressions provided critical resources for smaller life forms. But this continuous dominance spanned nearly 100 million years. Their reign was ultimately ended by a catastrophic external event. Now that we see their end, let's review their legacy. The mass extinction event erased their gigantic advantage quickly. The collapse of primary producers starved the largest mouth first. On the evolutionary path toward colossal size became a liability. What remains are incredible, silent monuments to maximum biomass. We study their biology to understand the upper limits of terrestrial life. But their evolutionary success proves that extreme size can be viable. The sheer volume of their body cavity was unparalleled. Imagine the ecological void they left when they vanished. But Titanosaurs remain the ultimate testament to size-driven ecological dominance. Their colossal story reminds us how dynamic and fragile life is.